This conference will now be recorded.
So we'll continue our session. So in last class we discussed regarding the database functions and some financial functions. Do you have any query regarding last class? Am I audible to you guys?
Yes, ma'am, no queries.
Okay. So today we are going to learn the important topic, that is data validation. So give me a 2 minutes. I'll connect it to my net. So what is this data validation? So data validation is nothing but restricting the cell to enter a particular or the required data. Okay, so that we call it as a data validation. So one by one we are going to learn regarding this. So you can see here data validation. Excel can restrict the data entry to certain cell by using the data validation. Prompt user to enter the valid data when a cell is selected and display an error message when user enter the invalid data. For example, so if I want to enter some data, so they will restrict with some particular set of rules and regulation. When I enter the valid data, it will accept the data. If I give the wrong data, so it will show you the error message. Okay, any doubt regarding the data validation?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so we'll continue with a practical one. So it is too easy when you understand the concept. So I have a cell here. In this cell, whatever you want you can enter it here. So I'll take it as, you can type it in a number or the text or any formula. So whatever you want you can type it. So what I will do, I want to enter some particular data in a cell. So I'll restrict with some rules and regulations. Okay. So I'll give a one formula or the particular data to enter up in a particular cell. So that we call it as a data validation. So one by one we are going to learn. So first I'll go for the serial number. Then I'll go for, I want to enter some name. So after that, I want to enter the mobile number. Then I'll go for date of joining. So after that, interview time. I'll take it as a timing instead of this. I'll go for timing, age of that person, city. So you can go for some ratings and the office landline. So what I will do, so I'll enter some data here. So I'm using here serial number. Okay. So I'll take a whole number here where, okay, so the serial number will start from 101 to 100, so 200. So I'll take it as first you have to select, so you can select the whole column, no issues regarding that. So after selecting the whole column, can you see your data tab? So in that data tools, in that data validation, okay, you have the option here data validation. Can I explain it once or you got it?
Explain again, ma'am.
Okay, so you know the meaning, you got the meaning of what is data validation?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so now I want to restrict with the some whole numbers. Okay, so of course you know about what you mean by whole number. Okay, so I'm restricting with the some whole numbers. I'll give a one range here, like 1 to 100. Otherwise, 101 to 200. So I'll restrict with some data here. So I'm selecting the entire column. Otherwise, you can select a particular, okay, cell also. No issues regarding that. But I'm selecting the whole column. So I'm after selecting, you have the option here data tab. So in a data tab, you have the option data tools. In that data validation. So when you click on this data validation, can you see a pop-up button? Just click on this. In that you have the option data validation. Any doubt till here? Guys, if you want, I'll explain it once.
No doubt, ma'am.
Okay. Here, can you see here? It is allow for any value. You can enter a text, you can enter a number, you can enter any symbol. So it is allow for each and everything. So what I will do, 1 minute, instead of the serial number, I'll go for the employee ID. Fine. So after selecting this data validation, click on this data validation. Now it is allowing for any value. So instead of any value, I'll pop up this button. Can you see a whole number? So one by one, we are going to learn about all these things. First, I'll go for the whole number. So the selected column, you can enter the only the whole number. So I'm selecting this whole number. So can you see you have the pop-up button here. Between, not between, equals to, not equals to, greater than, less than, all these options are available. So I'm taking here between option. So between 101 to 200. Okay, 101 to 200. Any doubt till here? So we are eligible to enter the whole number from 101 to 200. So if you enter more than 200 or less than 101, so it will show you the error. Okay, it will show you the error alert for you. Okay, it will not accept the data for a particular cell. Got it, or can I explain it once? Guys, at least tell me yes or no. Otherwise, I'll explain
Got
it
it.
once. Otherwise, yeah, chalo then. So after entering the data, click on OK button. Click on OK button. Now, so I'll enter here 101. So it will accept it. 123, it will accept it. If I try to give the 99, okay, click on enter option. Can you see here? This value does not match the data validation restriction defined for this cell. So you can retry it. If I retry it with if I give it as 105, it will accept it. So if I
Yes,
try
ma'am.
to give the 201 also, so it will show you the error of option. This value does not match the data validity restriction defined by for the cell. This is how we use the data validation. Got it, or can I explain it once?
Got it, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am,
So this
but ma'am, you entered the minimum value is 1 and the maximum value is 200, right? But
maximum
still,
is 101
but
to 200 ma.
okay, 101. Okay, got it.
101. Okay. So when I give the proper information, whatever the given data or the given particular restriction, if you when I give the valid data to that particular cell, it will accept it. If I give the invalid data to the particular cell, it will show you the error message for you. Got it, or can I explain it? Other people? Fine then. I'll continue with the next one. So after this, here I can enter any value here, number or the symbol. Okay, whatever we want, we can enter it. Now, so in an employee name, so I have to enter only the names which is related to your alphabets. So I'm selecting the data here or this cell. After selecting this cell, I'll click on this data tab, data tools, data validation. So you can see any value. Instead of any value, I'll pop up this button. I'll use a custom. So I'll give a one formula here. Okay. So I'm using here is text equals to is text. I'll open the bracket. You can see a cell number. So I'm giving this cell address here B2. You can see I'm in the B column, second row. So I'm using here B2. Okay. So after that, I'll close the bracket equals to, I'll take it as a true. It is nothing but it has to accept only the text. That is, when you provide the valid data, it has to accept. So equals to is text, open the bracket, select the cell address, otherwise type the cell address, close the bracket, equals to true. I'll click on this option. So if I give here, like I'll give it as a Ravin, so it will accept it. If I try to give some numbers, can you see here? This value does not match the data validation restriction defined for this cell. Can I explain it once or you got it?
Ma'am, now I've selected the box, okay, the cell address.
Okay.
Now, is it gonna be valid only for that cell only or for the
Yeah, yeah,
whole
yeah,
row?
yeah. No, 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 no. It is only applicable for that row, that selected cell. If you selected the entire the column, then fine. Or the entire the how many cells you want. If you selected some list of cells or a number of cells, it is applicable only for that.
Okay.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, pa.
Ma'am, I did the same thing in data validation, like the formula and everything, but the cell is accepting the numbers.
Okay, fine. Listen to me. I'll just click on this. I'll data validation. If you want to clear any formula, can you see a clear all? I'll just click on this clear all OK button. Now listen to me carefully. So first you have to select it. If you have selected only a single cell, no issues. I'll tell you. Select a cell, click on this data validation, pop up this custom. Okay, listen to me. The formula equals to is text, open the bracket, enter the same formula till here.
Yes, ma'am, the bracket is circular bracket, right?
Open the bracket, done till here.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, done.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now listen to me. You can see my cell addresses. I am in the B column, second row. You have to select your row. So B2 is my cell. So I'm typing here B2. Select your one. Okay, close the bracket. Type the cell address. Type the cell address in the brackets. Type the cell address, proper cell address. Done.
Done, ma'am.
Okay, so equals to true, equals to true, equals to true.
Yes, ma'am, now it's going, right?
Okay, guys, listen
Yes,
to
ma'am.
me. Click on OK button. So when I give the any name here, it will accept it. For second thing, if I give the number also, it will accept it, because I didn't give the path for the, or the I didn't copy that cell restriction to the another one. So what I will do after adding the data validation to a particular cell, select it, a empty cell, select a empty cell and drag it. So once you give the data validation to a particular cell, okay, select that empty cell and drag it. Okay, now if I give the text, it will accept it. If I try to give the number, it will show you the error for you. Got it now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine then. So this is related to your custom. Okay. Next one, mobile number. What is the text length of mobile number?
10.
So
10 numbers.
what? Okay, so I'll select the whole column. After selecting the whole column, otherwise you can select a single cell, otherwise you can select a number of cells. Depending upon your circumstances, you can select and apply the data validation to your particular cell. So I'm selecting the entire column, or I'm selecting the, otherwise I'll select a number of columns here, sorry, cells. Click on this data validation. So you can enter any value here. I'll click on this pop-up button. Can you see a text length? So I'll take it as, instead of a between, I'll take it as a equals to. Any doubt till here?
No, ma'am.
Okay, fine then. So I'll use here Click on OK button. So I'll type any number. It will accept any number. So, but the text length must contain 10. So if I give, for example, I'll take it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, click on enter option. Can you see here? This value does not match the data validation restriction defined for this cell. So I'll click on retry. Now listen to me carefully, guys. So whenever I'm entering, we are getting the same error message. Yes or no? If I want to
Yes.
change the error message as per my requirement, it has to show the error message. So what I will do, so I'll just click on this, otherwise I'll just delete. Okay. I'll select the column or the cells, click on this data validation. Can you see a error alert? I'll explain you the input message. So first I'll go for the error alert. Okay. So if I want to give the error message as per my requirement, then you can go for this error alert option. So now for mobile number, I'll take it as we'll give one thing here. Fine. I'll go for okay. I'll give a title invalid number. Invalid number. And error message I'll give it as a okay fine entered number is incorrect. Otherwise you can give a any funny okay error message also. Okay, so I'm giving here entered number is incorrect. Otherwise you can give it as a entered wrong or a invalid digit. So you can give any error message here. After giving the error message, click on OK button. Now if I type any number, I'll give it as a only 4 8 numbers. Can you see here? Here you have the title invalid number, entered number is incorrect. So as per your requirement, you can give the error message to your cell or the data. Got it or can I explain it once?
Got it, ma'am. Got it,
What
ma'am.
about others? Okay, fine then. So like
Ma'am,
this,
can I
Ma'am,
if,
explain?
okay,
ma'am,
so
I'm
I'll
not
give one
getting
more.
that message.
What you are not getting?
Ma'am, I mean, I actually edited it. I mean
Okay.
the error alert, and
Huh?
still I'm not getting what I edited it
Okay.
for.
No issues. I'll just give it to you. So you can select the whole column or the cell. After selecting it, data validation. Here you have a setting. So here you have a error alert. Okay. So title I'll give it as a names only. So I'm giving the names only. Error message. Okay. So it should be in the requesting form your wish. So I'll take it as okay. So I'll give the error message here. Insert. Okay. So I'll take it as please insert the name. Okay. Please insert the name. Any doubt till here?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So click on OK button. So if I try to insert any number here, can you see here? Names only. And my error message is please insert the name. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this is how we give the error message for your particular data. So next, date of joining. So what I will do, I'll select the whole thing. So I'll give us some particular dates. Okay, particular, I'll give a one range. Okay, from this to this, you can come and join for the company. So after selecting this, I'll go to the data validation setting. I'll go give the date. Can you see here? You have the option here, date. So I'll just click on this date. You can give the between, otherwise you can go for the list of options are there, greater than, less than, greater than or equals to, less than or equals to. You can give the dates here. So I'll give a between instead of between, I'll go for the greater than. Okay, so starting date, we'll go for the starting date. So date of joining, okay, I'll give it as, so it should be in this format only. Okay, first month, date, then year. So I'll give as a 7 slash 1 slash 24. So greater than. Okay, if they come before that. Okay, so I'll just click on this error alert. Mm, okay, particular dates will go for, okay, I'll take it as a early date. Okay, so this is my date thing. So error message, so I'll take it as mm, date is, we'll go for date, error message, date is too early. So I'll take it as a days postponed as on uh, July 1st 24. Okay, I'll take it as only the date. So date is postponed as on, or the interview or the date of joining is postponed as on, you can take it as date of joining. Date of joining is postponed on 7th 1st July 2024. So you can give any error alert here, click on OK button. So if I type any date here, 7 slash 10 slash 24, it will accept it. If I try to give the below dates, so for example, I'll take it as a 3 slash 1 slash 24. Can you see here? Date of joining is postponed on 7/1/24. Like this, you can give the error message here. Any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Guys, if okay, fine. Guys, every time we are using this,
Ma'am,
most of the time when I enter the data, I get to know the error by seeing the error message. So I get to know that. So this is the particular data or the things. So sometimes when we select the cursor, so it will pop up with some messages, guys. When I click on this particular cell, so it will pop up with some messages that we call it as what? I'll just show it to you. I'll just delete it. Data validation. input message. What is this input message? When cell is selected, so this input message will display. Okay, whenever you select a particular cell, automatically it will pop up with some messages. For example, so a title, I'll take it as a provide a proper. Okay, I'll take it as a hmm, okay, fine. First I'll give the date of joining. Enter the proper enter the enter the first slash 7 slash 2024 about date. So you can go for the proper date 1 slash 7 slash 2024. I'll click on OK button. So see here, when I select this cell, it will not display, guys. When I selected a particular cell, you can see here 17 is my title. Enter 1724 about it. Then only it is going to accept it. Got the difference between your error alert and the information?
Ma'am,
Apa?
ma'am, so I've actually put it in the format of month, date, and year, and I've
Hmm.
typed the relevant data.
Hmm.
And in the first column, it took it as it is. In the
Hmm.
second column, if I'm
Hmm.
typing the date between 1 to 5, which is my minimum and my maximum,
Hmm.
and if I'm adding some other month also, I put it
Okay.
in the minimum, I put it as 1st July 2024
Hmm.
to 5th July
Okay.
2024.
Hmm.
And in my column, in my cell, I typed it as 6th, no, June 4,
Hmm. Hmm.
2024, and it is still valid.
Okay, remember one thing. It is in the same format. Can you just check with your format? First, you have the month, day, and year. You have this in same format.
Yes.
Sure.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, no, my question is, why does it take when it is still in a different month? Is it like a problem from my end, or like,
The, the thing is, whatever the given data is there, no. So whatever you have given us some data validation here. Okay.
right?
So the given validation is not proper. So in that time, it will take the entire thing. So if you, it will take any value. Okay.
Okay. No, ma'am,
Can I
if I
show you with
type
that?
a different, yeah, okay, if I type a different date, it is
Hmm?
not taking. If I type a different year, it is not taking. But if I
Okay.
type a different month, it is taking.
Is it?
Yeah,
Oh, fine. I'll check with that. You just send it to me. I'll check and I'll get back to you.
okay, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So I'll just show with that between guys. So to clarify her doubt. So now it is eligible to take any. So now it is eligible to take my any value. Now listen to me. I'll pop up this button date. So I'll take a between here, which start from she has taken 7/1 2024 to 7 slash 5 slash 2024. Click on enter option. So I'll try to give it. So 7 slash 2 slash 24, it will accept it. If I try to give Okay, 7/10/24. It is not taking. So if I try to give 6/2/24, it will not taking. So I'll try with 7/5/25. No, might is not accepting. Can you check with your proper validation?
I'll do that, ma'am. I'll do that, and if I
Okay.
don't get it, I'll just
Yeah.
ping
You do
you.
one
Yeah.
thing, take a snap of it. Then if you have any query, if you're getting any query while working on it, just send it to me. Whatever errors are there, so I'll get back to you.
Done.
Okay. Take a snap of it. Other people, do you have any query regarding the date? Guys, if you have any query, let me know. Otherwise, we'll continue with the next validation.
No, ma'am.
Okay,
No,
fine.
ma'am.
So the next thing I have are timings. So I'll click on this data validation. Instead of any value, I'm particularly set with some time. So time will start from, you can give any timings here. So like I'll set a interview timing here. Okay. So interview timing, I'll take it as 11. Okay. So I'll take it as 11. So morning 6 o'clock, it should be okay. My data is in the 24 format. So I'm taking it as a 11 to 5. So 5 stand for uh
17.
17, 16, 17. So I'll take it as a 7:30. Any doubt till here? So after
No,
this,
ma'am.
you can give the input message. Okay. So I'll take it as a be on time as a title. And here you can give the timings here. So like 11 to, you can add 11 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Okay. So this is my input message. Nothing but whenever I select this cell, automatically it has to pop up. So I'm click on this error alert. So title. So if they didn't come within that proper timing, so I'll take it as okay, I'll take it as a you are late. So you can add some error message like, so you can go for, so you can give anything here. Uh, you can type you are late for the interview. Okay. So after all these things, click on OK button. So now can you see here, whenever I select this cell, so it will show you the information be on time 11 a.m. to 5 a.m. So if I try to give the 11 a.m., so I'll give it as a 12:45 36. It will enter it. If I try to give, so 10:59 / 59 also, click on enter option. You can see here. Okay. So I'll take it as a 5:30 above. So I'll take it as a 17:31. Otherwise 30, uh, 30 seconds or 1 second also. So it will show you the error message for you. Okay. So this is how we use the timings related data. Any doubt?
Excuse me.
Yes, Pa.
While you're doing the data validation and when you give the input message or error alert, why
Hmm.
should we, write anything in the title part? Only the error message is going
Ah,
to.
you can, guys. I'm just showing you the what is exactly the concept. Okay, if you don't want, I'll remove it. I don't want this title for this as well as this. Can you see here?
Yes, ma'am. I tried that, so that's why I asked you. What's the reason of that?
Nothing, just for the formal concept. Okay, so
Oh,
when you give the enter the valid data, so I'll take it as, so it will look good. Okay, instead of Microsoft Excel, if you provide you are late, it will display some messages like that. It's for only the designing purpose we are using it. Okay,
okay.
fine. So the next thing, age, you can go for the age. So one by one I'm showing. I want a proper practical assignment from you guys. So we have a lot of things to learn. When you're working for original company, it play an important role. So I'm selecting the age here. I'll click on this data validation. So I'll click on this data validation setting, pop up the message. You have the option here. You can go for the whole number. Next, think that, for example, okay. So when you are applying for any some, for example, we'll go for some competitive exams, you know about UPSC and all those things, no? So when you give the proper age, so if you're eligible to attend that exam, it will accept it. Otherwise, it will not accept, it will show with the some error option. So what I will do, I'll take it as a whole number. So I'll take it as the person eligible to accept. So I'll go for the person who are the age is eligible to attend this interview. I'll go for the 22 to I'll take it as 22 to 35. Only these age people are eligible to apply for the, okay, company. So I'm selecting your minimum and the maximum. Click on OK button, and the remaining things you can go for the error alert, input message. Okay, these things. So I'll just click on this OK button. So I'll enter here some age. If I try to give 18.5 also, it will show you the error message. Now listen to me. So three things are there in your error alert. So one by one, I'm going to explain it to you. I'll click on this data validation error alert. So when in the in a error alert, you have the pop-up button, warning, information. You got the stop option. Stop is nothing but it will not allow you to enter the data. For example, if I try to enter the data, so you can see here you have the option retry, cancel, help options are available. Okay, this is when you have the stop. You can see here you have the mark, retry, cancel, help. Now I'll select the whole data, pop up, data validation. If I click on this warning, can you see here the symbol has changed here? So I'll just click on this OK button. So if I try to give here like a 12 also, it will show you the error message, that is warning message for you. This value does not match the data validation restricted defined for the cell. Continue. You have the four options here. When you have a stop, you have only three options, that is retry, cancel, help. Here if you want to continue, you can go for this option. If you don't want, you can click on no option. Okay, so I want to continue with this, click on yes option. So it will accept that data. Got it, or can I explain it once? So I'll click on
Got
this
it.
data validation. So now after this warning, the one more thing, it will just show you the information. So you can see here. So stop, it will not accept. Warning, it will ask whether I have to accept your data or not. If you want to accept your data, click on yes option. Where if you don't, you can click on no option. Then the last one is information. It will provide you the information. So I'll take it as a not eligible. So if I try to give 21 here, you can see a not eligible. If you click on OK button, it will accept it. Got it? So if I try to give any number here, if you cancel it, just click on cancel it. So these are the three options are there for you in a error alert. Stop, it will not accept the data. Second, warning, so you are, it will show you whether you want to accept your data or not. So that is warning. Information, it will just provide you the information. So after that, click on OK. Any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Fine then. The next thing we are going to learn, that is city. So when you're booking some when you're booking in like buses, train, in some particular app, can you see you have the pop-up buttons there. So it will show you the, give me 1 minute. Okay, fine, we'll continue. So it will display in a list option, it will display you the list of city or country. So same thing we are going to work on it. So I'll just create some city here. Pune, Mumbai, Bangalore, Mysore. So I have some list of cities. So think that some person is there here. Okay, Ravin. So Ravin mobile number, you can give the mobile number here. Date of joining, everything you can enter here. So I'll take it as a 25 age. City. So manually I have to enter for that. Ravin is from Bangalore. Okay. So second, third person he is from Pune. Fourth person is from Hubli. So instead of manually typing it, so I'll just select this data. After selecting it, data validation, you have the option here, data validation. Setting, instead of any value, you have the option here, list. So I'm selecting the list here. Source. So what do you have to do? Source. Select this source. Okay. Any doubt till here, or can I explain it once?
Can you explain it once, ma'am?
Okay. So first, you got my point. I want to insert a city name here. So instead of manually typing for each and every person, so I have some list here. So I'll select it. After selecting it, data validation, any value pop up here. You have the option called as a list. Done till here?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Then source. So I have some source here, list of city name. So I am selecting the city here. Any doubt till here?
Ma'am.
Okay, click on OK button. Now, can you see a pop-up button? Just click on this pop-up button. You can just select the whichever you want. Got it? You'll get the pop-up button. It will show you the list of city or the given source. Okay. So after that, what you have to do is just pop up this button, select any one of this. Okay, city here.
Excuse me,
Okay,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes,
City
ma'am.
option, when I put the same, whatever you have told, I'm getting something with a dollar symbol and I think it's a cell address of the cities I chose.
1 minute. You enter these cities, ma.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Why did you
any
put
city,
did you
any
put a
city.
minus symbol before entering
Nothing,
the?
nothing, nothing, nothing. I'll tell you once. I'll explain it to you.
Ah,
You go
yes,
through that again. If you have any query, just send it to me. I'll get back to you. Is that fine?
yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So first, I'm selecting the cells. After selecting the cells, data validation, data validation. Instead of any value, you have the option here, list. So when you select a list, you have the option here, source. So source are, I'm selecting the only the list here. Okay, so I have made a some list here. So I'll select the list of cities. Okay, done till here. I'll wait a 2 minutes. Okay, you just go through this. If you have any
Done,
query, let me
ma'am.
know.
No,
Okay,
ma'am.
click
I
on
actually selected
OK
even
button.
the city cell, so I think that's why I didn't get it.
Ha. Now you got it, ma? Okay, like this, you can work on this list option. Okay, and the last one, I'm going to go for the ratings. You can select it or you can select the whole column. Go to the data validation. So data validation, instead of any value, I'll go for the decimal. The leftover is decimal. Okay, you can go for between. We'll give the rating for any of the application or the app, no, like this Ola, Swiggy, Zomato. Okay, so like this you have the rating, same thing you can go for that. So I'll go for 1 to 5, not 1, I'll go for the 2 to 5. Click on OK button. You can give any ratings here. So it is used for give the ratings, the decimals. You can go for 2.5 to the remaining things. Any doubt regarding the first option, that is data validation? So in data validation, we discussed setting, input message, error alert. We discussed regarding stop, warning, information. Guys, do you have any query regarding any of the point? Let me know.
Oh,
Otherwise, I'll
ma'am.
continue with the next option. Fine then. Now, I'll enter some numbers here.
Ma'am, what about office landline? The same as the phone
The
number?
thing, same phone number. Just I want to show you that data, this thing. Which one? Input message. If you want, I'll just show it to you. Same thing. The landline number which contain the 6 digit, or it will start from 080, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Same thing, you can go for that.
Okay, ma'am.
So now I have some data. Okay, so I have one table here. Instead of numbers, I'll take it as a employee ID. So now listen to me. So already I have entered the some data here. Okay, so I have some names here. Now I'll apply a data validation for this. I'll select the entire column. After selecting the entire column, I'll go to the data tab, data validation. Okay, so I'll just click on this data validation. I'll click on this settings. So here I'll go for the whole number. So the whole number between I'll give 101 to 200. So 101 to 200. Any doubt till here? As we discussed for the uh, this class only, as we discussed before. Okay, when we started the class. Do you have any query till here?
Oh, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So I'll click on OK button. Now listen to me, but it is already we have entered some data, no here. So already we have some data here. If I try to give the 94, it will not accept because this value does not match. It will show you the error. So if I want to round my the wrong data or the invalid data, so what you have to do, select it. So you have the option called as circle the invalid data. If you want to find the invalid data, whatever you have entered for the particular cell or the particular column, you can use here circle invalid data. Got it, or can I explain it once? If you want, I'll explain it once.
One thing.
Sorry?
Ma'am, explain it once more, please.
Okay, fine. So when I click on this circle invalid data, 1 minute, it will take some. Can you see here? So it will circle the whatever the invalid data is there in your particular column or the cell. Okay, so now I'll select this cell. I'll click on this clear valid circles. Okay, you can click on this. So I'm selecting the data. After selecting it, if you want to circle the invalid data, so I'm using this circle invalid data. When you click on this, okay, it will circle the wrong whatever the given data or the invalid data in your particular cell or the column. Now you can go for when you change it. For example, instead of 95, if I take it as a 105, so it will remove. Okay, it will remove the circle. Okay, so I'll just click on this data validation. You can go for clear valid circles.
Ma'am, how to remove the circle on the employee ID?
Employee ID, you just click on this. Guys, remember one. So when I give the valid circle or invalid data, so when you change with a number with a particular data, it will accept it. Okay. The thing is, okay, I'll just remove this. While giving this data validation, accept this thing. For example, I'll take it as employee ID. So except this cell, you have to select after data validation whole number between 1 to 10. So now, so when I give this, guys, 1 minute. Just clear it. So first I'll enter some data here. After that, accept that first heading, I'll give the validation for this. One to 10. Click on OK button. Okay. So after this, can you see here? So it is circling only the selected data. Got it, or can I explain it once?
Got it, ma'am.
Fine then. So these are the sum which is related to your data validation. Okay. So you guys work on all these things. So if you have any query, let me know in the next class. Is that fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So do you have any query regarding today's class? Whatever we have discussed for the class, like you have the options here. So your
No,
settings,
ma'am.
input message, error alert. Fine then. So work on it. If you have any query, let me know.